If you're still handling catering orders by yourself or struggling to grow, you're likely making the same mistakes I did early on. And it might seem like you're saving money by taking on all the work, but that is the mindset exactly holding your catering business back. And if you're serious about scaling, this is where you need to pay attention. With the right drivers in place, you can handle more orders, grow faster, and stop leaving money on the table. But if you try to keep doing it all on your own, you will burn out, your business will stay small, and everyone else will take the larger orders. If you're new here, my name is Nick. I've grown up in restaurants, worked on Wall Street alongside restaurant legends, and have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in catering sales. On this channel, we dive into real-world strategies to grow your catering sales and optimize your restaurants. Today, guys, we're gonna go over 4 points to helping here. Point number 1 is starting small to scaling big. When I first started catering, it was literally just me delivering 5 or 6 medium pizzas to my old high school. No fees, no charges, just trying to make it work. Fast forward to today, we're pulling in between $50,000 to $60,000 a month in catering sales and sometimes more. And that is now growing at an increasing rate. In the beginning, I literally remember the idea of making $10,000 in a single week seemed impossible to me. I heard other restaurants do it and I couldn't fathom how that was possible. $10,000 in 1 week was mind-blowing. For us, $5,000 a week was fantastic. And now last week we just are gonna do probably anywhere between $15,000 to $17,000 out of one of our locations. So it's just unbelievable how small-minded I was thinking back then. But back then, I was handling all the deliveries myself with the help of maybe 2 or 3 drivers. I had like an assistant of sorts and maybe 1, 2, 3, no more than 3 drivers. And that truly capped how much business I could take. And the bottleneck wasn't the demand, it was simply me. I just didn't have the infrastructure or the people to take on more orders. But once I realized I couldn't do it alone, that is when everything changed. By hiring catering managers at each of our locations and hiring drivers underneath them, that is when the floodgates opened. So I realized by hiring drivers and paying them well, we were drastically able to increase our order volume. So I was able to take myself out of the store, hire a catering manager, under them hire drivers, and then I'm able to oversee multiple locations, which then was able to really pump up our order volume. And the mistake many people make is thinking they can't afford the extra help. But the truth is, you can't afford not to get the help you need if you want to grow. And that's what held us back, not knowing we had to get that help to get me out in order to see the big picture and push it through. So once I brought on more drivers, we started handling multi-$1,000 orders without my direct involvement. And that is a crazy cool thing. For us to have, $1,200, $1,300, $1,500, $2,000 plus orders without my direct taking the order myself, that is when everything changes. And this was the key to breaking through that early cap and growing to where we are today. But growing pains don't stop with drivers. Next, I had to focus on positioning our catering business for premium clients. So, point 2, shifting to premium business to business catering. If you want to stop competing with the low-end catering service, you need to position yourself on the premium side. We realized this quickly and moved away from trying to price match of our competitors like Domino's or Papa John's. Instead, we focused on high-quality business-to-business catering. And the switch to premium wasn't just about charging more money. It meant hiring better drivers, creating a top-notch customer experience, and delivering a product that looked and felt high-end. Many businesses think they can just simply raise prices without upgrading their service, but that is honestly where they fail. By creating a higher level of trust and consistency, we didn't just attract better clients, we built lasting relationships with them. And a premium price point allows you to invest in the team and materials that will make your catering operation not only more professional, but just more profitable overall. So yes, many may think that it's risky to charge more, but when your product and service back it up, you're not just raising prices, you're raising expectations and then delivering on them. So, By positioning ourselves as a premium caterer, we weren't just competing with low-cost options anymore. We were in a different league entirely, and our clients paid more because they trusted the quality and experience we deliver. But handling these larger clients requires more than just a premium offering. It also means building a solid team to manage the day-to-day operations. And that is where point 3 comes in. Point 3 is building the right team for growth. As orders kept coming in, I knew I couldn't do everything on my own. Hiring a catering manager for each location was a crucial step. Hiring drivers was another crucial step. But that wasn't enough. We also needed a back office system to keep everything running smoothly. And one of the biggest challenges in scaling is making sure all the moving parts stay organized. I had to hire, train, and assign someone to communicate with our clients, and another person entirely to handle all things such as tip reconciliation and all the things that are related to our drivers and catering managers receiving their payments for their catering orders. So without the right team in place, things can and will fall apart quickly. At first, I thought I could keep doing everything myself. But I soon realized that if I truly wanted the business to grow, I needed to trust others to take over these key roles and areas. Some might say it's tough to hand over control, which it is because you're the one who's doing it. You want everything to be perfect. But the truth is, delegating is the only way to maintain quality while growing at the same time. If you do everything yourself, you can either do very few orders perfectly, or if you don't delegate, it's just wheels coming off the bus. The trick here is how do you get growth while delivering the same consistent quality, and that is where delegation systems come in. As we all know, the most successful businesses are built on well-structured teams, not solo efforts. So, with a dedicated catering manager and drivers and a strong back office system, we were now able to truly handle some serious volume and focusing on growth without sacrificing quality. The right team is essential for scaling efficiently. Even with the right team though, rapid growth brings its own set of challenges, especially when it comes to handling more and more orders. And this brings me to point 4, managing growing pains with a driver program. As we started taking on more orders, the demand for drivers skyrocketed. We knew that in order to maintain that premium experience we built, we needed to create a solid driver program. So, hiring more drivers wasn't just about filling the positions at all anymore. It was about training them properly and ensuring they had the right uniform to maintain our premium image. Without the right setup, rapid growth can lead to cracks in your service and can really disintegrate your business very, very fast. I've seen businesses take on far too many orders too quickly, only to deliver a subpar experience because they didn't invest in their people. And this is why having a comprehensive program in place, one that includes training, onboarding, and the right equipment is critical. The objections most owners raise here is, I can't afford to pay more for drivers. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If you want your business to grow sustainably, you can't afford not to. The cost of undertrained and poorly equipped drivers is much higher in the long run. And honestly, you don't want those drivers, and that just comes into an entirely disastrous proposition for you. So, with the strong driver program we've built, we've been able to keep up with the increasing demand while still delivering the same premium service. And this has allowed us to grow without sacrificing our quality. While growth is exciting, there are moments when it's super important to reflect on what you could have done differently if you were able to go back and do it again. And for me, if I could go back and do it again, I would immediately invest in high quality drivers much sooner. The bottleneck I thought I was solving by me taking the orders myself and making the money myself pales to how much we're doing today. So if I could tell myself one thing, it'd be hire high quality drivers and pay them. Scaling your business isn't just about doing more. It's about doing it right from the start. Focus on building a team, position yourself correctly, and paying attention to the details that matter the most. And this is what I would do going back and telling myself what I would do to get it off the ground faster. But there's other things you need to do if you're trying to go back and get ahead of everyone. I actually did a video about what it takes to get ahead of 99% of corporate caterers. So if you're interested, I'll see you in this video right here where I go over all those things in detail right now.